Gentlemen, in this tutorial, we're going to be looking at how to create a project in Premiere Pro. So first off, I'm going to pull up my folder, my project folder from last time. So I'm going to double click on my media archive folder for WHS and it'll have the year until it opens. I'm going to double click on my class period, which again is going to be different for each of you, but I'm going to try this one that I did in the other example, AVTF1. And then I'm going to click on my class period again. That's going to be different for some. Boom. So now I'm to my group folder. Double click on that, and ultimately I'm at my project folder. I'm gonna double click on that until that opens, and now I'm where I need to be. So I'm gonna drag that off to the side. So after you get to your project folder, next up we're gonna go to the launch pad. For most, it'll look like this little gray rocket ship at the bottom, and I'm gonna click on that. So right here, I can see Premiere Pro, the app icon right there. But for some, it may take you to this first one where you may not see any of those apps. So if yours looks like this, or where you don't see that purple Premiere Pro icon, you can simply click on this second dot and boom, there it is. So I'm gonna click on it and we're gonna let Premiere open up. So on here, as we're letting that load up, remember, for this, it may seem like it's a lot of folders that I was getting to and going through, but in the long run, it's going to make a whole lot of sense. And just whenever you got to edit something, everything is going to be right there. So it may seem like a lot at first, but it's worth it. So I'm on Premiere and we're going to create this new project in just a second, but I want to highlight one thing. So all of these right here are recent projects that have been opened on this computer. But one thing to note is this. So it has about 10 slots for like the recent projects, but the moment that I open up something that's not already on here, the one at the bottom goes away. So it's still on the computer, but going back to this project files folder, if you don't follow this process that I'm about to show you with setting up this project, yours, it can be in somebody else's folder and you're not going to know where it is. So with that said, we're going to create a new project properly. So first we're going to click on new project. So that brings us to our new project screen. And so we got a few things, really just two major things that we're going to set up. So first we're going to go to browse and choose our project files folder so we can make sure that our project files are saved there. And then after that, we're going to properly name this assignment. So first off, I'm going to click on browse. And so there's two different ways to find this project files folder. So the long way is I could go to desktop, since this media archive folder is located on this area that I'm scrubbing, which is called the desktop. And so as you see, that folder is right there. I can click on that one. And so then I got my class levels. I can click on AVTF1, my class period, click on that. Then my group folder, click on that. Silent film, click on that. And then I got my project files folder, and then I could click on choose. So that's the long way of doing it. And that is perfectly fine if that's what you choose. But imagine this is wherever else on the computer, and I want to access this folder fast, or I want to choose this folder fast over here. I can take this folder, drag it and drop it anywhere over here as long as it's here, and then it's going to automatically find that folder. So that's one step as opposed to clicking through all of those folders. All right, so after you've done that, we're going to click choose. Also with this one, we're going to have a silent film. So again, I'm going to name this a very generic name. So I'm going to say Hoko silent film. There we go. I believe I spelled that right. There we go. That I is there. All right. So after you have the name so that you know exactly what project it is, as well as you have the project files folder selected, then you can click OK. But one other thing I'll add is you might want to highlight that. And then I'm going to hold down Control on my keyboard, and I'm going to click this one time. These options pop up and I'm going to click on copy. So I want to copy this name because that more than likely is going to be the same name that I'm going to put down for my project, like at least as the sequence, which is going to be the name of the video that I'm creating. So again, it'd be smart to copy that, and then I'm gonna click OK. And as I click OK, what you're gonna notice is that right now this project files folder is empty, but as I click OK, it's gonna create that project file. So I click OK, try it one more time, and you see it's right there as Premiere is loading up. So what this means is that it doesn't matter when I access this, I can always go back to this project files folder, double click on that, and my project is going to open in Premiere. The other good thing is that it also saves autosave files in it, and after I start editing, it's going to make an autosave folder in there automatically, so that any changes that are not any changes, but it'll save it every like 5 or 10 minutes. So with that said, per date and per my edits, I'll have some autosave folders just in case this gets corrupted or messed up. I can go back to my previous projects, or I'm sorry, my autosave folder, and I can choose a previous time on there and hopefully get some work back. All right, so there you go. This is how you set up a project in Premiere, which actually, I'm sorry, I got one more thing. So the other thing is this: in our next tutorial, we're going to get into importing. But with that said, actually, I'm going to close it here. So we're going to get into importing next time. And also, we're going to create some bins to import our stuff into. All right, so I'll see you next time on the next tutorial.